Welcome one and all, whoever may be watching this. This, I think, is part 5 of Tides of Numenéra. So we've just had a look at this clock situation, and it's activated these. So let's just go have a look at what these are, if anything. As you approach this device, Circus Minor is thrown into chaos. Buildings are on fire. People are screaming and running for their lives while armored soldiers hunt them. None of them seem to pay any attention to you though. It's some kind of vision, not reality. You glance down at the device. A series of images flit across its surface. They don't appear related to the changes around you. You see faces of other people and places, all of them familiar. Okay, look more closely at the changes around. Circus Minor is under attack. Squads of armored soldiers roam the streets, hunting and killing anyone they find. Mobs of people flee in terror, with only a few hapless souls trying and failing to fight them off. The soldiers are completely encased in jagged metal armor. You can't even tell if they're human. Looking beyond the carnage, the square in this vision looks wildly different. Many of the buildings that are on fire don't exist at all when you step away from the device, having been replaced by other structures. Examine the images on the surface of the device. As soon as you focus on them, you feel a warmth on your head where your tattoo is. The images respond to your thoughts, slowing and changing at your whim. It's something about your body that allows you to do this, which perhaps means that only you can even see the images. You immediately recognize the pictures as pieces of memory, specifically the 3 memories you saw back in the fathoms of your mind. Are we going to have to do this for every single one of these? Okay, the underwater city. The memory is recent. 2 men, both with tattoos like your own, are in an underwater city searching for something. The denizens of the city chase them from the artifact they seek and ultimately surround and capture them. As you review the memory, you get a strange feeling in your mind that you can only describe as a query. The device wants something from you. Suddenly you remember, the memories in the device are possibilities, but you can lock one of the memories here so that it is the only one that displays. You don't remember what purpose that served though. I mean, sure, lock in the underwater city. Images of the 2 men in the underwater city are now the only images that are played on the surface of this device. They search for something, are chased, and they are captured, over and over again in an endless loop. Okay, so there were like 4 different memories, so I wonder if whatever this is has to equal whatever's here. I don't remember if I reached for the silhouette figures before, but let's do that anyway. Okay, so nothing really happens. Alright, I guess let's just lock in some memories and see what happens.
Yes.
Okay. So let's look at the memory of the Lush Valley. Let's lock that in.
Go.
So I take it back, there are only 3 memories. Oh, smashing lore. Smash the device open. Apparently I'm not good at smashing things. So maybe we'll get my dude to do it. You strike the machine several times. After a particularly mighty blow, a section near the base of the device caves in on itself, and shattered pieces of synth spill out of the hole. The device goes dark, the images are gone, and so are the weird echoes of Circus Minor's past. You've definitely broken it. Around the cultists' encampment, the other two devices darken as well. But the clock becomes solid. It no longer appears to be in multiple time periods at once. As the clock returns to solidity, a strange thing happens to the sky. The sun races to the horizon and disappears, and Circus Minor is enveloped in darkness. Oddly, buildings in the distance, beyond the edges of the district, still appear sunlit. That's really cool.
Making a note.
Okay, so we've just, covered this place in darkness. I'm here for that. Okay, so what? Oh, it's not here. I was going to say, what did we pick up? Interesting. Sorry, I never really paid too much attention.
Yes, now.
When I picked those things up originally, so I was just having a look at it. You're a bit stuck.
All right.
Oh, someone was a bit stuck. Stupid cultists, get out of my way! Far out! The machine is solid now. Each of the 3 clock's faces show a single time, though none of them point to any time measurement that you understand. You lean closer to the central clock face. 3 shadowy figures still lurk within, their features almost discernible now. Suddenly, the figures surge out of the clock towards you. Intense pressure strikes your head like a steel spike. Then everything goes black.
Making a note.
Making a note of your own unconsciousness. Beautiful. Okay, so it looks like I'm back in my mind or whatever this place was.
Go.
Hello. Are we gonna have to all fight? The 3 figures before you are disoriented. They don't even seem to notice you at first. All 3 of them have a tattoo like yours. Cast-offs. What befell us? The woman is dressed in powerful-looking armor. Her face bears several scars, yet her eyes have an innocence of a child. Did he do something? Are we still in the clock? What new tortures does the changing god have for us? I do not believe so. The second figure is tall, dressed all in black. Its height is exaggerated further by a violet, fish-like crest on the top of its head. Its large yellow eyes are squinted, scanning all around. There was a woman outside the clock, but it wasn't. It was her. The third figure points at you. He is small, wiry, and tense as though he expects danger. He carries a shield on his back. She's a cast-off, he says, looking at your tattoo. Can't say I recognize her, though. Who are you? The woman steps forward. We beg your forgiveness, friend, sister. We have been through quite the trial. I am Camus. These are my friends, Diviaticu and Villain. We are cast-off, like you. She looks you up and down, her brow slightly furrowed despite her kind demeanor. We were ingested into your head. I saw it. How is that possible? He eyes you suspiciously. Who are you? I'm a cast-off, like you. I'm the latest one. The latest? She raises one eyebrow significantly higher than the other. That's not possible. We faced the changing god mere days ago, and you are not the body he wore. I think we might have been trapped in that clock for centuries, Camus. Something about it messed with our perception. The Vigellan looks up at the ceiling, or where the ceiling would be if there were one. Time is an illusion. How long is the wrong question. It turns its enormous bulbous eyes to you. What is this place? Where are we? Outside time we were, perhaps still are. Somewhere in my mind, I think. The Vigellan shuts its eyes, 6 nostrils open wide as it inhales deeply. Yes, perhaps you are right. Our consciousnesses were ripped from our bodies when the changing god activated his clock. Then when you appeared, it happened again. Our minds ripped from their chronal prison. It looks to its friends. I cannot be certain, but I believe this is part of some vast mental construct. He turns to you. Your mental construct. His eyes become nearly as large as the Vigellan's. What? You mean we just went from one prison to another? He grips you by the shoulders. You did this! If this is your mind, then let us out! I don't know how to get out of here. Relax, sister. Whether for days or centuries we survive that clock, we will survive this. If time is an illusion, then it is not our enemy. We will find a way. Why did the changing god trap you in the clock? Ah, yes, she looks down embarrassed. The three of us once worked alongside our sire, helping him with his research after he'd brought the Order of Truth to Sagas Cliffs. We saw him for what he was. Selfish, arrogant. Marilel helped us to see. I wonder what has become of her since we were imprisoned. He doesn't care about us, not a single one of his children. He crosses his arms and looks away bitterly. All of his projects were always about him. He didn't care if any got hurt in the process. We betrayed him. Unlike the others, the Vigellan looks you directly in the eye. We meant to stun him, to capture him before he could escape to another body, but he was too quick for us. He activated the clock, tearing our minds from our bodies and trapping us eternally. Why can't you just get us out of here? Weren't you listening? We were trapped in that clock for centuries. I'm looking for a way out, believe me, but if Devishaku says it's your mind, then it's your show. So as long as we live, there is hope. One of us will find a way out. Let me look around, I'll be back.
Yes,
I mean, this just looks like a gigantic sort of puzzle.
Ready.
Hello, it's me again. Did you miss me? The three of them mutter to each other, looking around this strange space, as if to try to find a way out. Well met, sister. Have you discovered anything new about our predicament? I don't see a way out. The Vigellan stretches his neck, putting its face within a handspan of yours. It seems to be examining you, then it says, Your mind, only you have the power to change. What he's saying is that this place was created for your body, or perhaps by your body. Our sire placed within each of us unique gifts and abilities. For example, I have never heard tell of another cast-off who could trap consciousness the way you have. She gives you a warm smile. He would not have created this space for you without also giving you a means by which to move through it. Think, what other gifts did the Creator bestow upon you? I built a path out of a deep fathom in my mind by recovering memories I had lost. Perhaps, if there were any memories here to recover. He curls his lip and looks around. Maybe I just don't know what memories look like, but I don't see anything. It would seem we are in agreement, villain. I chose an aspect of myself when I was born deep in the heart of this labyrinth. Is that it? Divyataku shakes his head. I can see what you speak of, it says, and you get a momentary impression that its eyes can see through you. This aspect describes you, just as I am Vigellan. Villain is observant, Kamos is foolish. I object to that characterization. He gives a chuckle. Haha, he's not wrong, and you know it. At her wounded look, he raises his hands placatingly. It's the truth. Anyway, you've gotten us out of twice as much trouble as you get us into. The Vigellan speaks to you. these aspects are descriptors of who you are, but they are not us. That you chose your aspects says quite a lot, but I do not believe that is enough to set us free. I'm what they call a nano? He laughs. Haha, so is Vigellan, but you don't see him barking about it. You see, that's just the type of thing that you do. It was a path you chose, not something Alcya gave you, nor a means to freedom. I don't think I have the ability you're talking about. You must! She looks at her compatriots and back to you. We each have our gifts, given to us by Alcya for a specific purpose. His purpose, of course, but a purpose nonetheless. She presses a hand to her chest. They say, for example, that foolish though I may be, I have 9 magical gifts of speech. That is not something I chose, nor learned, but it is who he made me to be. He rubs his temple along the edge of his shield. I am a master of defensive arts. Alcya learned them when he was in my body, probably built my body to excel at it. I wouldn't call it a gift, but it's me, yeah. I am one with the shadows. I live in them. I breathe them. This is not some esoteric I discovered, but a unique ability that Alcya chose for me while he was in my body. She gives you a kind smile. The gift is in you. Perhaps you must have just forgotten. Alcya wouldn't have made this place for you without granting you the power to get out. Focus. Find the answer inside yourself. Shut your eyes. Search your memories for this ability they speak of. You rifle through your memories, past everything you actually remember to those memories you didn't create yourself. There must be a key or a door, anything that would help you to escape this fathom of your mind. Just as you're about to give up, you find something, a cluster of sparks, nascent abilities deep within the core of your being. You sense the abilities to speak eloquently, to use a shield with a master skill, to lurk among the shadows as though they were home. None of these seem particularly suited to creating a path out of this place, but as you sift through them, you know you were trapped here, not because it is some puzzle your sire left for you to solve, but because you are not yet whole. This is another part, the last part of deciding who you are. In completing yourself, you will be able to open a path back to the calm of your mind. Oh, interesting. Okay, so... So we get natural charisma, +1 on persuasion, deception, and intimidation. Whereas this would be more like hiding. Yeah, okay, so that's like a backstab or something. Okay, normally I would go with the whole rogue route, but let's go with this charismatic nano. That's it, you did it! Does this mean we can go back to the real world? I don't think so, villain, but it does mean we are free, finally. He turns to you. Thank you, friend. Go. We will follow. Something's not right. Shadows, angles. It's safer for her to go first.
Yes.
Oh gosh, hello. Did it just push me through the door? That's rude. Creature was like, get out of your own mind. Oh, but wait, there's more. I saw what happened. Are you alright? That thing almost killed you. What did happen? It blasted you out of that part of your mind. His voice is somber. The sorrow must be gathering its strength, taking spaces in your mind to keep you from reaching your full potential. I don't know why it doesn't just destroy you. Maybe the fragments aren't strong enough, yet. It's alright though. We have more important things to do, right? Like get that chamber fixed. Something feels odd about this man, but it takes a while to put your finger on it. It's his thoughts. They aren't there. Or rather, they're there, but they're indistinct. A kind of white noise that blends in too well with the background hush of this place. Are you always here? He shrugs. Where else would I be? I found the resonance chamber, but it's broken. Yeah, I saw that. I don't see everything you do out there in the world, but I definitely saw that. You have to find a way to fix it. Your thoughts are fuzzy. Why can't I read them? His voice is dry, but his smile takes some of the sting from his words. I imagine it's because we're in a place of pure thought. I'm a construct of pure thought, and that our conversation is taking place on the level of thoughts. Most things here aren't real. It'd be like reading your own mind. How did activating the clock in the real world open that other fathom? Who knows? It probably triggered something in your mind. Maybe a bridge you didn't have before. Maybe you did have the bridge once, but you lost it. What should I do now? With the chamber broken, I'm not sure. We need to find someone who can fix it. That chamber's our only hope. Without it. I think I'm ready to go. Farewell.